Good evening and welcome to Blue Dream Love and Wellness. I am Cynthia, and tonight I want us to embrace the gratitude for healing. So many times we don't have gratitude for healing. We don't have gratitude, period. It's really a struggle for many to have gratitude in life. It's really a struggle. So, what is gratitude itself? If we stop to think about it, I know what everybody knows what it is, but it is more than just a fleeting little floating feeling. It is literally a practice, an intentional act, so to speak, of recognizing and appreciating the good in our lives. And with stress and overwhelming feelings, sometimes we don't have that, don't see it, don't feel it. So, regularly recognizing and expressing this beautiful gratitude can actually boost our happiness, our strength, especially in relationships. It improves our, so to speak, overall wellness or health, well being. It also engages those beautiful radiant circuits. So the more you smile, the more those radiant circuits will turn on. Donna Eden, when she was the first class I saw her teaching about the radiant circuits, she would have us put a pencil in our mouth. So we had to do this. So let me grab my pencil, and it looks silly. You have to do this. So you have to smile, right? So gratitude actually enhances and helps reduce that stress that occurs so often in life. And it's daily, doesn't it? And it shifts our perspective toward the possibility, towards possibility and positivity, which has a very calming effect on that beautiful triple warmer that everybody hears me talking about all the time, that keeps us in that loop, the same loop we always seem to stay in. And this triple warmer is your stress meridian. So, gratitude itself is a very powerful tool. So, when we practice this gratitude, remember the mental health can be improved. It reduces stress, as I said, but it also reduces our anxiety. It increases our resilience, believe it or not, and it shifts those patterns that are embedded within. So it calms that beautiful triple warmer. It activates that beautiful radiant circuit. So our physical health also gets improved. It improves our sleep. It lowers our blood pressure, believe it or not. And it builds that immune system because it bolsters it. Give gratitude to your body, grace it, tell your body, thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do, because we don't stop and think about what all our body does all throughout the day. And it is a lot in a 24-hour period. So again, it balances that triple warmer. It enhances that beautiful spleen meridian that metabolizes everything in life. And it actually builds vitality within our organs. Do y'all agree with that? Yes? Yes? Okay. So for our relationships, it fosters the empathy and helps build deeper connections with one another if we're more grateful for those connections. And again, it activates that beautiful radiance circuits, especially the penetrating flow, which we'll talk about. So when we talk about the perspective, it helps us notice so many things, but it notices the abundance rather than the lack. It shifts worry, let's say, to possibilities. It can ground you in a deeper state of calmness in the present moment, right now. It can release those heavily deep-seated, held patterns of negativity. And we all can hold that, can we not? That we just don't want to move forward. It can. And it can also hold us in that fear pattern when our perspective isn't exactly what it should be, correct? Do you think? Maybe, yes, no, maybe. So to have a daily gratitude practice. Now, write three things down, and believe me, my gratitude journal and my beautiful pen only to be used in my gratitude book. Now, the other night I had a little struggle sleeping, and I sat there and wrote for 2 hours of gratitudes. And it's amazing when you start journaling what other things come forth and say, "Oh, I am grateful for that." There's so many possibilities that sometimes we don't even think about, right? Those little bitty celebrations, those little bitty joys in life. And if we have a joy, we want to tap that into our third eye because the more we feel this, the more it will activate and be so. So, to express appreciation for others, that's a big thing because some people can't do that. But when we actually verbalize or write a note or send a little, "Hey, diddy diddy, I'm thinking of you. I hope you have a wonderful day." There's just so many positive messages that we can give to others to enhance, to let them know that you were thinking of them. And that's gratitude, that's grace. And allow that to occur in your life. We all can use a little more grace in our lives. Even per se at meetings, invite others to share. And if you would all like to share, please, please do, because I'm so grateful for you being here. You're always my hard targets that just always show up in such beautiful fanfare, and I thank you for that. We can think, I'm sure, of more than one thankful thing that has happened today and be grateful for that. It builds community, it builds strength, and it encourages positivity. And right now, well, for always, we need positivity. We need to build that community up of love. So, oh, see that? Those mindful moments that we have. We're going to have a light show. Those beautiful mindful moments. So, what if you were just to, you're busy doing things, and what if you just were to stop a couple times a day and just savor something positive that happened to you today in your environments, wherever it may be? A warm glow of sunshine, a beautiful rainbow, birds chirping, a cool breeze, a pretty flower, or even our beautiful pets can bring us that beautiful positivity. Do we all agree to that? Okay. So, how would that grace you if you showed that a little bit more? Jeff, would it grace you a little bit more? I mean, you have so much going on in your life. Would it grace you?
I imagine it would. I never really thought about it. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You're a grace to us. So don't think that we don't have gratitude. And you have gratitude for those beautiful two pups.
Yeah.
They grace your life every day. So if that's the grace that you need to find or to focus on, that's what you do. Kisma, what about you? Do you have grace or gratitude? Dave, what about you? You can unmute if you'd like. It's just us.
Ah, I think I do have Cynthia, although sometimes I just don't feel it.
It's hard, isn't
It's
it?
yes.
And it is a struggle some days. So if you were to bring in just a couple things a day, would you be able to find two grateful things or two positive things that would bring you grace?
Yes, I would.
Beautiful. So just start small and grow. Even if it's walking to the window and looking out, because the Lord will always show us some form of beauty to bless us. Always and forever, He will. David, do you have any positivity that you would? Can you unmute? I don't think I can unmute you. Nope, I can't. There it goes. Besides those two little pops.
Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of gratitude here lately. Um, After having surgery last week and all the things that we go through every day, uh, when we get a positive outcome of something, it's a lot easier to have gratitude for that than it is if something still goes awry. Let's say your computer, which it's not going to do, but that is a constant frustration, but you're thankful that you at least have the computer,
Amen.
even though it may have its own mind sometimes. But, the things that I cherish most are you and both Thor and Loki.
Beautiful. Thank you. It is natural for us to struggle. That is just a natural part of life, but it's natural to struggle with gratitude because it is hard to find that gratitude. Even in bad situations, what lesson did you learn? What gratitude can you have from the situation? Because life can be so overwhelming at times that we catch our breath and it's difficult. So start really small and grow. And I know that's easier said than done. When we acknowledge just the tiniest little blessing, like a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a gentle breeze, those are gratitude moments. When the sun shines, it's like, whew, praise God, I am so grateful the sun is shining. So over time, these little movements, these little moments can actually shift our perspective, right? Our outlook on things. And it does take time to grow. It does. So here's just some, I'm going to do energy. So here's just some little energy techniques to help you grow in your gratitude. So you just do the basics. You start small and expand. So your handy dandy spoon. Now, this spoon has to be an older spoon that your magnet literally hooks to. These new fandangled ones do not have the metal for these to hook to. So what you would do, for instance, spoon your feet. Let me sit here. You would go up, you would go sideways, you would go and do figure eights on both feet and on your beautiful hands. Figure eights change the energy and it works really beautiful. Then what we can do is your gates. And I know you've heard me speak of this, but maybe I haven't shown you. So for your feet, you would come clear from this beautiful ankle bone, and in between each bone is what they call a gate. So that's that soft tissue. And you would literally come and pull it off. Now it may hurt because stuck energy causes pain, correct? And you would pull it off. And the second you go all the way across, and I do mine several times a day. And then you want to come back and spin it off the toes and then open it. Literally open it. We can also do this on our hands. And mine are always so sore because I work with my hands all the time, but something else, and you can open them. It's our tools, so we need to open them. You can also go from the middle of your palm and spin out. These are our chakras, and you can spin it. You can also do that to your feet. You would start in the center and you would work out. And it's pretty beautiful when you allow this to grace your body. Our daily energy routine every day. And if you've been working with me, you know what that is. And Donna Eden does it so beautiful. But Prune Harris also has a beautiful video. I haven't done my own yet. Still not liking all that, but I'm getting there. So we need to do this. Once you learn the routine, it takes less than 5 minutes to do it, especially when you're doing it with tracing your beautiful meridians, which is all on its own a beauty because we need to open that flow and keep that stagnant energy moving. So whatever time it is for you in the day when you run them, that is where you start. But you would run your central and governing first, and you would zip it. And then you would run your meridians, and then you would come back and do it again. At first, when I laughed to Donna about these, because they're such simple little things, she said, just wait, just wait. And I was truly amazed at the difference in my body's energy flow. So, one thing we can do to release potential energy blocks within our system is to unzip, and then you would hold your hands. Let me scoot back a little bit like this, and you would, and this is called expelling the venom, and you would come up over your head, hands like this, and come down. And you blow out as hard as you can. You can even do that Darth Vader voice. I can't do it. It makes me cough. So then you would do that 3 times. Get it out. I even at times when I'm coming down, take a step forward and stomp my foot to get that energy out. And the very last time when I come up, I open my hands at the top and flow it down. And then I come back in. I do my figure eights. I zip that energy back up. So this is the central meridian. It hooks up here. The governing meridian starts at your tailbone, comes up over the nose, and hooks here. The central and governing meridian hook up in the roof of your beautiful mouth. So we always want these connected and zipped up. And then remember, before we do anything, we rub our hands and shake our energy up. And then you would do what is called a hook up. So what that would consist of is putting your finger in your middle, in your belly button, one on your third eye, push in and pull up. And I used to never yawn when I did this. And you may not right away, it may take a little bit for your energy. But what I started to doing when I hooked up, I started envisioning Mother Earth, the yin energy coming up in between our tabs here, because that's K1. And I imagine that flow from Mother Earth coming up through into my belly button and up to my third eye and hooking up. Now you can do it in your belly button. You can do it in your sacral. You can do it in your solar plexus. You can do it in your heart chakra. You can also do it in your throat chakra. Now, when I do my throat chakra, it literally makes me cough because I don't stretch enough to allow that grace to come into my throat. So we can do that and allow that peace and harmony to come into us. So there's another thing we can do, and that's rubbing those beautiful hands, shaking them off. And remember how often, whoops, remember how often I talk about the neurovasculars that run across your forehead, these main points where all that blood flow is. We can hold here, and then back here at the back of our head is that beautiful pineal gland, right? Pineal gland, melatonin, what we see, our eyes are the window seat of the soul. And we can talk negative energy and get it out of us. Sometimes we hold so much within our eyes. We can't sleep. We can't get that negative energy out. But when you hold these spots and verbalize, whether you do it to yourself, whether you have your loved one hold this for you, whatever the case may be, but allow that to grace you, get it out. Remember, the pineal puts off melatonin, the pituitary that's right up here also puts out, pituitary is very important, hormones. And then our hypothalamus is right in here when you want to hold it. I know it's deep within our brain, but we can activate. So your hypothalamus is whether it turns on or off. So grace your body and turn those hormones on and allow your body to love itself, because we can and we must be able to do that. Now, remember how I said about the penetrating flow? So this is a nice little thing that I've learned. So again, rub, shake that energy off. Put one hand. Now, we talk about the cortisol that's below the belly button because cortisol wraps around below our belly button and gives us that pear-shaped. But we can actually activate our penetrating flow. So you would place one on your belly, and then that's the sacral, right? And go right behind in the back. Remember, we can touch both areas and bring it in. Hold it for 3 minutes. Some people hold it for 20 minutes. And when I first started holding mine, it made my stomach feel really funny. It made me have hot flashes. It just made me feel odd. It does not anymore. I feel really peaceful, and it brings like a warmth inside. And we need to grace our bodies that way. Remember, down there is also our womb, men and women. We all came from a womb, did we not? So we've got to grace that. So many people, it brings such a sense of calmness to them. It takes that energy correction that you need and goes very deeply for you in the body. And breathe. When I do my holds, not all the time, but I have my tongue up at the roof of my mouth when I breathe in, and when I blow out, tongue down. Try that a few times and see how that feels to you. Sometimes we can get a little more energy in there and allow that connection and safety to actually occur within your body. We can also connect our heart chakra with our sacral chakra by placing our hand on our heart chakra and then the other hand still on the sacral, that beautiful fourth chakra, second chakra, excuse me, and this is our fourth. And just breathe, literally breathe. Then we can rotate it to the right. Let's bring in that positive energy. We can rotate it at both areas and then take it backwards, clear it, breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And then take it forward again. And then just place your hands here. Breathe. And then do a hookup. Come out and do your figure eights. You can even do the four thumbs because you want to integrate everything you do. So here, the stomach, beautiful meridian is a grounding point. Tap, come down here, our collarbones. Right below here is a little indentation. This is the K27th, the 27th point on our beautiful kidney meridian. It gives us energy, vitality. I can name about 10 things that it does. So we just want to thump. Now, sometimes mine are really sore. So I do figure eights. You can come in and pull it apart if it's swollen. And if it's painful, get that energy moving. And then come down here to our beautiful thymus gland. Thump that baby. And I mean, you know how Tarzan goes before he goes and thumps his chest and swings? He already knew this is an activation point for that beautiful thymus gland that improves that beautiful immune system. And the nipples out, you can do it underneath here, or you can go straight directly underneath. That spleen meridian activates our metabolism for life. So many other things. It's our blood. There's so many things within that beautiful meridian. We want to make space for the energy to flow. And you want the energy to flow between the upper body, the lower body, and back up again. You can even, sometimes when I'm holding the fourth and the second, I will literally envision a waterfall coming down and washing it down into Mother Earth. It's so beautiful when you can envision and grace your body with all that we need to do. We need to allow joy to connect with love and to bring a deep sense of well-being back to our body. And that's where gratitude comes into place. Now, gratitude is a journey. It is, because at times it is hard to have gratitude for everything that we are going through. But making literally the space for thankfulness each and every day, no matter how hard it is, finding just those little bitty specks is what it's all about. And using simple energy corrections to enhance our body. So many people get so overwhelmed because, oh, how can you do this all day? How can you always touch your acupressure points? How can I not? After I realize the beauty of it, you can be sitting there talking to someone and be holding a point per se. These three here, our beautiful lung, our beautiful liver, and our beautiful triple warmer. We can hold these. We can do like this, and we can hold them. We can also hold right here in the bend of the elbow while we're sitting here. And that's that beautiful triple warmer and colon that we need to balance. Remember that our small intestine, our large intestine, all of these things need grace in our bodies. We can also, while we're sitting, you know how people go, home, and this is how I'm talking. Well, what if, just what if we could wrap one arm around to underneath the spleen meridian and wrap one arm here above our elbow. Oh, and just sit there and talk like this. You're given a spleen and a triple warmer hug. It enhances it. It gives it energy, and it gives us a little boost of love to our bodies, because we should be grateful for everything our bodies do. Do you ever just stop and think, wow, I can't believe all the functions my body does? Because we should be amazed if we've ever done research on all the beautiful things that it does. Now, you can also change it and do the other side. Remember, you have two sides. Bless them both. Always give yourself love and the connection that you so deserve to Mother Earth, to the great divine, to yin and yang. Yin is female energies, which comes down the front. That's why when we run our meridians, there's yin and yang. So yin comes up, like the bladder goes down, that's yang. So our kidneys come up, that's yin. And yang is the male energy that comes down from heaven. When we work on just these small things, it shifts our energy and gives us beauty within our body. Is that not worth it? It is, correct? Let's do something for ourselves and just do small pieces of gratitude. We can come in, you know, I talk about the 9 hearts. I love my body. I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of wellness. And you want to do 9. So you can come here and remember all the functions within the lungs, within the heart, within the stomach, within the liver, the small intestine, the large intestine, the pancreas, all those beautiful organs within there. And then 3 around the hips to the feet. Think about all the energy that our feet put out. Why not be grateful for our feet? Look at the load it carries every single day. And sometimes our feet can feel like they're cement blocks. Why? Do we need to go in and clear some energy? Run our gates? Do we need to spoon our feet? Do we need to spoon our hands? Do we just need to say thank you? So when you go to bed at night and you're holding your second and your fourth chakra, what if you were just to breathe in and tell your feet how grateful you are for all the miles they walked today, for your ankles, for bending to and fro, for the legs, how much they carried, those knees for bending, our hips for moving, our stomach for digesting, our kidneys for ridding toxins, our stomach for all the digestion, our lungs for all the breathing, the heart, oh, the beautiful hearts. And then think about your throat. What's all in there? It's just not your throat, is it? You've got that beautiful thyroid, that parathyroid, all these hormones. And remember, I know our chakras run this way, but they also run this way and they have chambers. And I literally come in here and figure eight. Now, you don't have to do it on your skin, you can do it out in the field. You can grace your face by running energy. You can open up your mind. Sometimes our head gets so cluttered with energy, we can literally come in and scoop it off. Think about what all factors lay within your brain, your jaw, your mastication, your smelling, your sinuses, all these meridians that come through, your beautiful eyes, all of this brain matter. And we have a big brain. It's a little small, but it is big within there. Thank it, grace it, give it love. Because at time it has a little hiccup, and we just need to say, thank you, God, for allowing this to grace me today. Thank you for keeping me in line today. Remember, white matter, gray matter, that corpus callosum that connects the right and left brains, getting the energies to cross. What I'm doing here, you're supposed to do one hand at a time, but I like to do two. And I just squeeze and pull it down ever so slowly off your hips. And you want to do it 3 times. Tell your body thank you for crossing the energies. You don't want to stay hooked in homolateral. And homolateral means that brains not crossing, the energies aren't going across. There's so many beautiful ways that we can bless our beautiful body. I know I show you a lot of techniques, but remember these small, small notes of gratitude to our body. Our body thinks, "Woo, they really do love me. Ooh, they're really grateful for all I do. I'll do some more of that because they'll give me more gratitude and grace and love me even more." Does that make sense? Yes? No? Maybe? Yeah? So let energy, let gratitude, allow grace and unconditional love for yourself to flow through. I work with so many people that don't love themselves. They pretty much despise themselves. And I try to let them know if we loved ourselves as much as the Lord loves us, it would bless us even more. Yes? Yes? Yes. So allow yourself to do that. it just works so much better to grace, to have love, and to place gratitude all over, and especially sharing that gratitude with others, allowing yourself. And I know sometimes it's hard just to say, I am really grateful for you. Sometimes it's really hard to let people know that you care. Because at times when we open ourselves up, it can be used against us at times, right? You give too much, you give too much, and then people take advantage. But if you grace with gratitude and love, would that not open that up even more to where you're loved even greater? Even though we may be frustrated with somebody, what if you just, I am so glad you're in my life. I am so glad you smiled at me today. Sometimes my husband gets a little frustrated with me because we are out in public and, I can read energy and I can see it on people. So I will tell somebody, strangers, it doesn't matter who, I will come right up to him and tell him, man, I love your hair. I love your eyes. I love your shirt, your shoes, your purse, whatever it may be, because we don't know the road that they are hoeing, and we don't know, are they going to go home and harm themselves today? And what if that little piece of grace, that little piece of love, showing them just a compliment, a grace, makes their whole day, and it makes, whoo, somebody noticed me. We can do that very easily. And the more you get in the practice of doing it, the easier it becomes. Why not do that to every soul we meet? Why not? There's too much hate. There's too much negativity in this world. We can only change it one person at a time. So why not start with ourselves and send it out? Yes? Does that sound like something we can do, we may do? It's a beautiful practice to get into. So, what do you think? Do you think gratitude's for you? Do you think that you can grace gratitude on yourself, on others? We can. We can do it very easily. Just keep practicing. Write in your beautiful gratitude journal with your special pen, even if it's just one word. I made it today. I'm free. Love, peace, harmony, whatever it may be, that you're capable, you're moving forward, and you're not holding yourself back. Let gratitude grace that for you today. Is that cool? Please allow that for yourself and for others that you love and care about, your friends, your acquaintances, strangers. We get handed so much on a daily basis. And if we turn on our phones, on the TV, there's nothing but strife and pain. So turn it off, go into yourself and write. A lot of people don't like journaling. So what if you went into the mirror and told yourself, I am the bomb diggity. I love me. We can do that very easily. And the more we look, the more we talk, the more we grace. Don't ever forget that. Thank you. Any questions? I'm sure not, but if there is, let me know. And just know that you are worthy. You are enough. You are graced. My absolute pleasure, Angelique. God bless you. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful for y'all being here. May you have an absolutely stunning night. And just remember, you are loved. God bless you.
Thank you.